Welcome back to the Roundtable on the IH Sports Network, live from the C. Michael Lay Technology Center in Homewood as we get ready for hour number 2. I'm Ben Garrett. He's Tim Smith. Rick Keaton is back on, and we're joined now by Scott High sophomore Mason Akers, our First National Bank Player of the Week Friday night. And Mason, I got to tell you, you had a couple of big stops earlier in the game, but as that game got later, it's almost like you were playing angry. You tell me if I'm right or wrong, especially when Knox Central was trying to punch in that last touchdown, and they did wind up scoring.
Yeah.
But not from a lack of effort on your part. I mean, you were in the backfield over and over again down there on the goal line.
I mean, I was a little bit mad. I play better mad. I'd rather play mad.
Well, you got that look. You got the football look.
Yeah, he's just back there talking with his grandfather, and that's exactly what he told me. He says he plays better when he's mad. And so, I mean, I really believe that. And he's done a lot of stuff over the last year to improve as a football player, including putting on weight. He was a skinny little dude last year, and I think he probably weighs 25, 30 pounds more this season. And, Mason, you like to hit people. Am I wrong when I say that?
No, you're not wrong.
And your favorite side of the ball has been defense so far.
Yeah, I don't like offense.
What's the purpose of that?
Don't
Too much thinking? You don't get to deliver the hit as much.
Nope.
Your teammates, Mason Wellen should have been here tonight but he's in the JV game tonight.
Yeah, he's playing JV.
In the JV match at Scott High. But you and he as sophomores, especially in that second half, I thought you played real well and brought a little more maybe enthusiasm, a little more hit there. And you weren't going to let the other team win the second half. They ultimately did, but what did the coaches bring at halftime in the dressing room? What changes do they want to make defensively to try to slow Knox Central down? And personnel-wise, what changes was made in the second half?
Oh, we actually came up and hit somebody. We didn't back up. And Bill Hall got on us a little bit.
Just a little bit?
Quite a bit.
How about Coach Wright?
He didn't yell at us as much.
Okay,
Coach
well,
almost.
Well, on Thursday evening near the end of practice, he ripped the team pretty hard about lack of effort and a little lack of heart there. Is that, in your opinion, and I don't want to put you on the spot, is that something that we're still working on as a team to build the 11 players on the field at the same time, to bring that attitude, to want to go out there and win and whip the other team on each and every play?
Yeah, we're still working on that. We need more heart. We're just used to losing right now. We just gotta get that
out. So the Eagleton game, it was a big win. First time in 20 games, I think, is a big win. It appeared that everything was going real well for the Highlander team.
Yeah, it felt pretty good.
What's it like playing the monsters that you've played the last 2 weeks, the Clinton and the Knox Central? Bigger linemen, bigger backs. We didn't see it at Central, the skill of the quarterback, but we did at Clinton, a lot of skill from the quarterback and receivers there. What's it like to see this having to step up against the bigger, better, stronger teams?
It's different. We just need to compete with them. That's all that matters.
What upperclassman, junior, senior, or even it can be a sophomore, freshman, what 2 or 3 players do you think, you'd like to see contribute more to the team?
I don't even know. Probably, I think we're all trying our best out there.
Is there somebody that you really want to emulate or play like they do on the field?
What do you mean? Like,
play hard, whether it's Landon Griffith coming up in the secondary and tackling somebody hard, or is it I'm talking about that's a good leader on the team and somebody that you look up to as far as that leadership role?
Landon's a good leader. So is Tommy Fitzgerald. He's a real good leader. Then we got Ott, and he's a good leader too.
Well, Tommy plays with I've compared him several times. He plays with that 105% motor on most of the time.
Yeah, he does.
And you get to play in that defensive linebacker position with those guys. Are you still doing the package deal with the linebackers? It used to be Alton and Tommy. They were the, heavy, stronger senior linebackers than the other two. Are we still playing that, or is just we're settling down to get the 3 or 4 linebackers on the field, same 3 or 4 all the time?
I think we're just going to keep what we got in now, which is we got the same 4 in, which is like Landon, me, Tommy, and who else in there? Alton. But Alton's hurt this week.
So we don't know his status for Friday's game yet?
I don't think he's playing, but I think Tommy's coming in at Michael linebacker.
Right.
And then I think Michael Bond is playing at star.
Okay. Which is the linebacker. That's the strong side, is it not?
Yeah.
Star.
Strong. It's more of a strong safety, I think, than a linebacker. But they play like a linebacker.
What do you look forward to the rest of your sophomore season? You've got 6 games to go. We play Kingston this week. Got an open date, and then to finish up with 5 games. What do you look most forward to the remainder of the season?
Just I hope we can win some more games. I hope we can get some more tackles.
That's your idea, and that's your goal to do that. Are the coaches working to bring the rest of the team in that same mindset?
Yeah. Some of them ain't in it yet, but we'll get there eventually.
I don't want to ask about the game plan, but I'm sure that you started putting the game plan in today for Kingston.
Yeah. They're more of a run team. They don't throw the ball a whole lot.
They have the wingbacks, correct?
Yes.
Okay. You don't know much, being a sophomore, and you probably haven't heard it, but you don't know much about the Kingston Scott High history.
Yeah. I know we don't like them.
Well, that's, I was hoping somebody would say that. Kingston is the team that we have played the most football games against in our history, our 53-year history. I guess that has been, have the coaches told you that yet?
Yeah.
And that our record against Kingston is not superlative by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, we win 1 and they win 6, 8, 10, I guess, or like that. So have the coaches stressed that any this week about getting over that, not only our season hump, but getting over the hump with Kingston as we've got them at home in what now is a region game because we hadn't played Kingston the last 2 years.
I know Billy wants to beat them really bad. He said make him mad if we lost.
Well, our history's not great there during Billy's career, so that's for sure. But how are the coaches working with you and the rest of the defense this week? Which coach works with the linebackers and which coach works with the line and which coach works with the secondary?
We got Coach Golden works with the linebackers, and then I don't know really who works. It's different with the D line, the linemen, stuff like that. We're kind of working on our tackling because we didn't do good tackling against Knox. We did all right against Clinton. We just need to compete more.
Yeah, that was one of the things during the ball game the other night. I thought to myself, we're not tackling as well. For the first 3 games, I thought we'd done a commendable job of tackling. Something we might have fallen off a little bit back with Clinton, but then I just saw part of the Knox Central players. They were just twisting and stepping out of tackles that we had been making.
Yeah.
That's an area you feel the team can improve on?
Yes. I missed a lot of tackles too. I'm not gonna lie, but I was trying my best.
Did Coach Golan, did he call a different defensive game in the second half?
Yeah.
It seemed like he was sending linebackers more and everything.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. I think we went more of a 5-3 in that second half.
Right.
And it worked more against them because they were just running it. That's all they were doing. They barely threw it.
I don't think they threw well. They did not complete a pass in the first half if they attempted one.
They completed 2 the whole game. I think that's all they completed.
You expect this week Kingston will be a run-first team, correct?
Yeah, that's what it looks like on film.
Guys, questions for Mason? Remember, we'll probably see him back here next year and the following year because I think he's a very dynamic defensive player.
I mean, I would just say one thing I mentioned earlier, just trying to string positives together. If Kingston gets that football first, they're a run-first team, what are you going to have to do to make sure the game starts off on a positive for the Highlanders?
We just got to hit them, set that tone for them.
Yeah.
We show them we're not scared of them. Because that's what they're going to try to do. They're just going to try to scare us. We just got to show them we're not scared.
I think Kingston probably watches scoreboards. You know, teams watch scoreboards, and I just feel like you might get a Kingston team that takes you a little lightly this week, and I hope you take advantage of that.
Yeah, we will if they do.
Yeah.
So, Mason, I got to say, you're just a sophomore. So, now by my count, you had at one point there in the fourth quarter, you were in the backfield making stops on 3 consecutive plays. So, some folks, you just being a sophomore, they've been looking down at the program and saying, who's number 26? I'm going to tell you one guy that didn't have to look at his program. Harris Keaton watches a lot of Scott High practices, and he's been talking about what you can bring to the table. You kind of showed that. Excuse me. You kind of showed that on Friday night. Is that kind of we're going to see that every week out of you now, right?
Yeah.
That was kind of your coming out party.
Yeah. I'm just going to come up and try to compete. That's all I'm going to try to do.
All right. So congratulations on a good game Friday night. I know the result was not what the team wanted, but you did have a good game defensively, and good luck this Friday night against Kingston homecoming night on the farm. All right. And Rick mentioned, but Mason New Allen was our Trophy Masters player or lineman of the game, was unable to be here because he has got a JV game tonight. His mom told me, though, that he had really worked hard to get into the game in the fourth quarter, and he made the most of his opportunities. So we're going to get him on in a couple of weeks when we have that opportunity. Mason Akers, thank you for joining us. Good luck to the Highlanders on Friday night against Kingston. When we come back, we're going to talk to the Coonskin Crazies about what goes into the student section right after this.